Students, we are moving to the third module, which is illustrating the importance of a producer. So as we know that for every market, we require both producer and consumer, because consumers require some goods and service on the market. So how to deliver that goods in market, it requires the effort of a producer. That is what we are thinking the third module is a part of production analysis. So production is the process of transferring input into output that can be goods or services which have price in the market or value in the market. So as a consumer, when we are going to a market to buy something, we want to get the right product in the right quality in the right time. So as a producer, the basic purpose is that delivering the valuable item in the market, which is either goods or services. So what is the difference of goods and services? As we know that goods have some tangible value, which have some physical existence. For example, now you are using your laptop. This laptop is getting something like visual pictures, giving something good audio to your ears. So it is getting a physical presence. For example, assume that I am telling you something in your video. So is there any physical process behind that? There are physical process behind that, but in the real sense of your output, there is no physical evidence. That is what known as services. For example, you are traveling in a bus from one place to another. You are not getting any output as a physical existence, but we are getting a service that you are reaching from one place to another. That is what services. Services are always intangible, heterogeneous, personalized. So all these are features of services. Okay, let it be there. We can think about production analysis. So in the module of third, production analysis, we want to illustrate basically four concepts. The first thing is that production function. Second thing is that cost function. Third thing is that cost and output relationship. And the last one, but not the least, break-even analysis. These four parameters are the basic idea about your third module. So the first thing is that about production function. We already covered what do you mean by production. It is a process of transferring input into output. So what can be input which are used by a producer? It can be like raw material, something like labor efficiency, something like technology, something from ecosystem, something by the way of money invested by the owner into business or capital. So all these are the different pattern of input used by the producer to deliver the output. So in economic sense, these input or factors of production can be divided into four. The first one is that land. Second one is that labor. Third thing is that capital. And the fourth element is that organization. So the first factor, yes, land. Land is the physical place available for conducting manufacturing. That can be the creation of output by the way of goods or services. So land is getting a reward by the way of rent after completing the process of business analysis. The second thing is that labor. Labor is the physical and mental power of human resource which are used for creating output. Labor is the mental and physical power. Why we are telling mental and physical? Because in certain organization, labors are used for some factory work, some clerical work, some mechanical work, something like lower level organizational work like operational. Whereas in senior level managers, for example, top level, middle level and all, we are using their intellectual skills like IQ, their thinking capacity, cognitive power, visionary capacities. So all these are something like mental or the thinking process of an employee. So in short, labor is the mental and physical power of human resource which are utilized by an organization. The third thing is that capital, the most precious factor of organization work. Capital is the amount invested by owners into business. So why we are investing money in business? The purpose is that earning profit. So in organization, when they are conducting production, it requires capital. That capital can be invested by the shareholders or single owner or partnership firm by different business partners. So capital is the amount invested by the owner into business. The last factor, but most important factor is that organization. So what is organization? It is the effective combination of all the above said three factors. We already discussed what is land, what is labor, and what is capital. Among that, what is organization means how we can effectively coordinate capital with labor in the presence of land. That is what known as organization. See how we can effectively coordinate labor with capital in the presence of land. That is what known as organization. In modern sense, there is no importance for the term called as land because everything is virtual, everything is online. For example, now we are interacting together as a video sessions. There is no physical evidence. There is no particular place here. You may be sitting in your home from entire Kerala. Maybe you are from entire Kerala. But I am having my studio in my own colleges. So what is happening here? There is some level of interaction, some level of communication is passing from one place to another. So nowadays there is no value for the place or land, but we can think about organizing is effective coordination of men with material. What is men? Labor. What is material? Capital. Because capital is converted into a different factors like technology, money factor, raw material, etc. etc. So we can term there are basically two factors in business organization. One is material and one is men. Organizing is always the effective coordination, the adequate supervision of men with material. So once again, just give an idea about the factors of production. There are four factors. The first one is that land, second one labor, third thing capital, and the fourth one is that yes, organization. These four factors are used together for the purpose of creating a final product. So what do you mean by production function? What can be that? So production function, see, we can just note down the slide. Q is equal to F of K, L, RM, T, etc. etc. So Q stands for production, whereas all remaining factors are input. So output is a function of capital, labor, technology, raw material, etc. etc.